Now, family members and listeners alike, there's one particular sector that has and will continue to outperform in the markets. That sector is biotech. Biotech. Family members, you'd be well advised to investigate the biotech sector and look at possible positions for inclusion into your portfolio that will get you P.A.I.D. per the performance requirements that you're placing on your portfolio. Because biotech will touch every corner of this planet. Now, I got into biotech and investigating the biotech sector and getting P.A.I.D. from the biotech sector way back in 2004. Because I realized, I understood and overstood that no other sector had the same potential for enormous gains and substantial growth. Now, you probably heard the stats by now. 10,000 baby boomers turn 65 every day in the United States. And what do we consume more of as we get older? Healthcare. Listen to me closely and write down this information, for it will get you P.A.I.D. Now, as United States society advances into their senior years, more people get sick and will require more medicines for difficult to treat diseases. So, if you, me, readable of Aswell's Wealth Institute family, could invest in only one sector for the next 5 to 10 years, it would have to be, and it should be, biotech. But how, pray tell, do you choose which biotech stocks to trade or invest in? Now, I'm often asked what I look for when choosing for biotech stocks, because all praises be to the ancestors and the creator, my portfolio has done extremely well within the biotech sector. So at this particular time, I want to give you 7, write them down, 7, okay? Well, I tell you what, this is 5. I'll be giving you 7 indicators with regards to healthcare stocks right after this. So I'm going to give you 5 particular salient points, 5 particular things you need to be looking for when you scrutinize in biotech stocks for possible inclusion to your portfolio. Here are some of the things I look for and I mandate before I consider a biotech stock. Number 1, game-changing technology. I repeat, game-changing technology. You see, I'm not interested in a company that has a cancer drug that adds 2 months of life over the existing standard of care. I want to see entirely new approaches to treating diseases, something that society, the world, has never seen before. So game-changing technology, your biotech inclusion, your biotech stock that you're going to put into your portfolio should have game-changing technology. The second thing, safety. You see, a drug is unlikely to get approved if it is unsafe, no matter how effective it may be. So I pay particularly close attention to phase 2, the phase 2 clinical trial results, because that's usually the first real indication of whether a drug is safe enough to try in a larger population. Safety, pay attention to phase 2 of its clinical trials. Number 3, upcoming catalysts. Upcoming catalysts. You see, biotechs can move quickly on news. Now, I don't want to be sitting with the stock for a year and a half, waiting for clinical trial results. No, I typically want to see important trial data within 3 to 6 months. Upcoming catalysts. Number 4, cash on the books. Cash on the books. Most small cap biotech companies are unprofitable and burn through cash. So I'd rather be holding the stock when management sells shares to raise capital. Okay? That's not a situation you want to be in. I must repeat, I'd rather not be holding the stock when management sells shares to raise capital. You see, this dilutes existing shareholders and causes the stock price to drop. If the company has a lot of cash already, it reduces the chances of seeing a stock offering. So number 4, an abundance of cash on the books of the biotech stock that you're considering. And number 5, smart money. You see, I like to see investors who I respect own large holdings in the stock. See, when I see investors like Carl Icahn, Peter Lynch, or Ray Dalio, or others that have already invested in the particular stock, then I know some major league brain power has reviewed the company's science and investment opportunities ahead of me and has decided to move forward. My confidence is also boosted when insiders own a lot of the shares. So follow the smart money. From there, I'll dig into the clinical trials. I'll investigate management to see whether there are any red flags and conduct other due diligence. You see, there are a lot of factors that go into deciding to pull the trigger on a biotech stock, but the list that I just gave you is a good start. Remember, no other sector stocks move 50% or more in a day, and in some instances over 100% on a takeover announcement. I'm going to give you an example. There's a company called 5 Prime Therapeutics. 5 Prime Therapeutics, straight under the symbol FPRX. This particular stock went up 78% in one day, just recently in March. And it went up that high over an acquisition announcement. And that was after it jumped 349% in one day in November of last year after reporting positive data. I will argue that biotech is one of the most important sectors in the market and will be for the next 5 to 10 years and beyond. So you'd be well advised to investigate the biotech market, the biotech sector, if you will, because your portfolio will benefit greatly if you have some exposure to biotech. And you will get P.A.I.D. as you take advantage of this enormous potential. Family members, once again, the 5 critical things you want to look for. The 5 critical things you want to look and see. Number 1, game-changing technology. Number 2, safety. Number 3, upcoming catalyst. Number 4, an abundance of cash on the books. And number 5, smart money. Family members, you must see now what others see eventually to get your P.A.I.D. And as you get P.A.I.D. from monetizing biotech and looking carefully at the various facets of the markets to get your P.A.I.D., don't forget those that are less fortunate. Yes, we know how to make Wall Street pays right here on Main Street, but there are many people out there that don't have this knowledge and don't have the skill set to apply said knowledge to get P.A.I.D. Stay humble as the ancestors they created have blessed you. And don't forget those that you used to associate with that did not have the capabilities that you have now, and you were on that same economic level. Let us stay humble and give all praise, honor, and glory to the ancestors and the Creator, and when applicable, reach back and help another person.